Okay, so chapter budget and budgetary control. Section B, fixed and flexible budget. Question number 1. The PLN company presents the following static budgets for 4,000 units and 6,000 units activity levels for October 2013. So activity levels are given 4,000 units, 6,000 units. Overhead A, rupees 12 per hour and rupees 12 per hour and 2 hours per unit. So for 4,000 and 6,000 given 96,000, 1,44,000 respectively, and overhead B 1,40,000, 1,90,000 respectively. Overhead C was omitted to be listed out. It is a fixed plant overhead estimated at rupees 12.5 per hour at 4,000 units activity level. This has to also feature in the flexible budget. The actual production was 5,000 units and 9,600 hours were needed for production. Required present the flexible budget amount of each overhead to enable appropriate comparison with the actual figures. Okay, so in this one, what you have to find out is just overhead cost for overhead cost at 5,000 activity level. What is given is 4,000 activity level and 6,000 activity level. Okay, so see, overhead A is given, overhead B is given. Overhead C is not listed, doesn't mean that they have not incurred it. Okay, and C is also said that it is a fixed plant overhead. Okay, so if it is a fixed plant overhead, and what they are saying, estimated at 12.5 rupees per hour at 4,000 unit activity level. So at 4,000 they calculated it has to be 12.5 rupees per hour. And in this line what they are saying, in this line overhead is A is given 2 hours they are saying. So for this is 4,000 activity level. Okay, so what they are saying, 2 hours for each unit. So how we can find out? Overhead C is 4,000 into 2 hours into 12.5 rupees. You will get the overhead C. Okay, why 4,000 units? Because it is a fixed cost, it has to be same at any level. Okay, then overhead A can be calculated very easily because it is given clearly 12 rupees per hour and 2 hours. We have to find out at 5,000 level. So 5,000 units into 12 rupees per hour into 2 hours per unit. So see, they have done 12 rupees into 2 hours into 5,000 units, will get 1,20,000. Now coming to overhead B. Overhead B, nowhere it is mentioned fixed, nowhere it is mentioned flexible, but we cannot call it fixed because see, at activity level 4,000 it is 1,40,000, at activity level 6,000 it is 1,90,000. so it is not fixed. So but we cannot, it is variable, but we have to check to what extent it is variable, because if we do like this 1,40,000 divided by 4,000, the number of units again it will not match, so it is not completely variable also. So what we can do, change in overhead cost divided by change in production units. So 1,90,000 minus 1,40,000 divided by 2,000. Okay, so it's coming 25. So 25 is nothing but like per unit variable cost it is. So at 4,000 level we can see like this 1,40,000 total overhead B is 1,40,000 minus 4,000 units into 25. You will get the balance is fixed. So just like that, what you have done in here, 25 rupees into 5,000 units plus 40,000. This 25 into 5,000 it is variable. This 40,000 is fixed. So it is semi variable. So total is coming 1,65,000. That's it. The total is 3,85,000. This is the total overhead for at 5,000 units. Question number 2. Tricon company has prepared the following statement for the month of April 2015. So unit produced and sold are given. Static budget is there 4,000. Actually produces 3,200. Direct material, direct labor, variable overhead, fixed overhead, total cost is given respectively for static budget as well as actuals. Then sales is given 6 lakh for static budget. Actually it is 4,48,000. Profit is given 98,000, 22,600 respectively. Then during the month 10,000 kg of material and 3,100 direct labor hours per utilized. So this is the actual figure they have given, that materials how many kgs used, 10,000 kg used, and how many direct labor hours used, 3,100. So what is required? Prepare a flexible budget for the month. Then determine the material usage variance and the direct labor rate variance for the actual versus the flexible budget. Okay, so start the flexible budget for 3,200 units activity level. 1 second. Okay, 3,200 units activity level, we are going to prepare a flexible budget. So see, first we'll start with the sales. So see, this static budget, whatever figures are there, that will keep as base, and then how much we have actually produced. With that we will find out if, for example, the static budget says produce and sell is 4,000 units, but actually it is 3,200. So if it 1 second, so if it had been, for example, in the budgeting, if we had budgeted for 3,200 units, what had been my profit? So what had been my profit, that's what we are going to do with this. Okay, so sales 6 lakh divided by 6 lakh, this 6 lakh divided by 4,000 units into 3,200 units, so 4,80,000. Then less variable cost. See, everything we have to take: direct material, direct labor, variable overhead, everything is given in direct material, labor and overhead. Okay, so for 3,200 units we have to take, so 3,200, 3,200, 3,200 for each, it is given here. See here. Okay, for all 3,200 is taken. First let's take the direct material. For each unit 3 kg. Okay, so 3,200 into 3 kg and at 15 rupees, so into 15, so 1,44,000. Just like the direct labor, 3,200 into 1 hour into 36 rupees per hour, 1,15,200. Then variable overhead, 3,200 units into 1 hour into 22 rupees. Okay, this 22 rupees, 70,400. So the sales minus this variable cost, you'll get contribution 1,50,400, and fixed cost is there, no, 90,000. So obviously that's not going to change if the activity changes. Activity level of activity is nothing but the volume. If this volume changes, this fixed overhead doesn't get affected. That's why we are taking only 90,000. Okay, so the balance will be profit 60,400. So first part is done, flexible budget is done. Now they are saying determine the material usage variance and the direct labor rate variance for the actual versus the flexible budget. So material usage variance and labor rate variance. So first of all we should know the formula for material usage variance and labor rate variance. So this is the formula for material usage variance. See, material cost variance, material price variance, material usage variance. So first column is SQ into SP, third column is AQ into SP. This is SP, okay, not SR, this is SP. So see which is common here. SP is common here, so SP is common, taken out commonly. Then SQ minus AQ, taken here, SQ minus AQ into SP. Okay, that SQ is how much? SQ is standard quantity. So standard quantity, once again. Okay, so SQ into SP, it's not coming clear. Okay, SQ means standard quantity. So how many units produced? 3200 units are produced, right? 3200 units. And for each unit 3 kg we have to use, that is the standard we have fixed. So 3200 units into 3 kg, it is the standard. And what is the actual quantity? Actual quantity is given in the question. This one, say 10,000 kg used material, so that is so this 10,000 kg, that's why actual quantity into standard price. So obviously standard price has to be this 15 rupees. Okay. Just like that, labor rate variance, sorry. So if we deduct, you'll get 6,000 adverse. Okay, because this it will come in negative. No, negative means adverse. Now labor rate variance they are saying. So the formula is 3 minus 2, I mean third column minus second column. Okay, so third column is nothing but AH into SR minus AH into AR. AH into AR is second column. Okay, so what is common here? AH is common here, so AH is taken out. SR minus AR. So what is SR? SR is given in the question. This one 36, where I am touching now is 36 labor rate. So 36, that's why taken. Okay, minus the SR minus AR. What is AR? AR is given here. 1,12,800 is there, divided by 3,100. Okay, that will give the actual rate. Okay, so that's what done here. 1,12,800 divided by 3,100. So that will come around 1,12,800 divided by 3,100 is equal to 36.3870 something. Okay, minus, if you do 36, you will get this much. Okay, that you have to multiply with, see, that you have to multiply with 3,100 hours, because that much only actually produced. Where is the question, man? 3,100. Okay, that is actually produced. 3,100. Once again, some mistake I have done. See this. 1,12,800, which is given here. Clear. 1,12,800, which is what? Direct labor. Okay, 1,12,800 has to be divided by 3,100. Okay, that's coming 36.38 something. This is actual hours. So what was the formula? What was the formula? SR minus AR. So this is AR. So I will just remove that SR, which is coming 0.3870 something. Okay, I have to multiply 3,100. It's coming 1,000, close to 1,200 adverse. Okay, that's it. Question number 13. Satluj Motors Limited had prepared fixed and flexible budget for the financial year 2013-14 as under. So fixed budget for full capacity, that is 100% capacity, is given. Fixed budget for 75% level of capacity is given. So sales, direct material, direct labor, variable overhead, semi-variable overhead, profit, everything is given for at both levels of capacity. After the closing of the financial year 2013-14, total actual sales stood at 11,07,000 and there was a favorable sales price variance of 17,000. Required is Prepare a flexible budget for the actual level of sales. So what it is saying, we have to prepare a flexible budget for the actual level of sales. So first of all, we should find out the actual sales and actual level of sales. So actual sales as budgeted prices. Sales is already given 11,07,000 here. So that 11,07,000 minus this favorable sales price variance, because in case of sales variance and all, whichever is favorable that has to be deducted, whichever is adverse that has to be added. So it has to be deducted. So 11,07,000 minus 17,000, you will get actual sales at budgeted price, that is 10,90,000. So we got the actual sales. Now we have to find out the activity level. So this actual sales divided by total sales into 100. So 10,90,000 divided by 13,50,000 into 100. So we got the activity level 80.74%. So we got 80.74%. Just like that we will make the budget now. Sales is 10,90,000 fully taken. Then direct material from this full thing is there now. From the here we will start taking 4,25,000 into 80.74%. Then 1,85,000 into 80.74%. Variable overhead 2,15,000 into 80.74%. This semi-variable overhead we have to segregate, because it is semi-variable, so we have to segregate the variable portion as well as fixed portion. So how we are supposed to do that? 3,65,000 is there, so 3,65,000 minus 3,23,750 divided by what is the difference in the activity level? 25. Okay, so 3,65,000 minus it is nothing but change in same variable overhead. How we have to segregate is like change in overhead divided by change in activity. Okay, change in activity level or change in units. Here units are not given, so change in activity is there. We are having 25% from this is 100%, this is 25%. So what we have to do, 3,65,000 minus 3,23,750 divided by 25. That's what they have done here. So we got for each 1% of activity level, it is 1,650. So 1,650 into 100 if we do, okay, it is coming 1,65,000. So if we deduct that from 3,65,000, the balance is nothing but fixed overhead. So that's what we have done here. So 1,650 into 80.74, because 80.74 only we are operating. Our sales is at 80.74% activity level. So that's why 1,650 into 80.74. So 1,33,222. And fixed cost, how we got, because it's not gonna change, so 2 lakh. So if we deduct this all cost, we'll get profit of 90,667. That's it. Question number 4. The budget for activity and cost of PQR Limited for the first 3 quarters of operation are shown below. So budget's quarters are given 1 to 3. This first column is quarter number 1, second is quarter 2, then third is quarter 3. Okay, so months given like this is for first 3 months, then next second is for 4th, 5th and 6th months, then 7th, 8th and 9th month. Okay, so activity sales given 9, 17 and 15 respectively. Everything is given thousands. Then production is also given 10, 20 and 15 respectively. Then direct material 60, 120 and 90, and then B 50, 100, 75. Then production labor is given 180, 285, 230. Manufacturing overhead excluding depreciation is given 90, 120, 105. Depreciation of production machinery is given 20 each. Administration expenses is given 25 each. Then selling and distribution expenses 38, 54, 50 respectively. Then the figures shown above represent the cost structure of PQR Limited, which are the following major features. Fixed element of any cost is completely independent of activity levels. See, if you see this depreciation of production machinery or administration expenses, they are talking about that only in this first point. Fixed element of any cost is completely independent of independent of activity levels. Okay, at whatever activity level, nothing but that sales, production, whatever given here, that activity, irrespective of the activity level, it is not changing. Okay, second point, any variable element of each cost displays a linear relationship with the activity level. Okay, linear relationship means if more number of units, more it is going to increase, except that the variable labor cost becomes 50% higher for activity, except that the variable labor cost become 50% higher for activity in excess of 19,000 units per quarter due to the necessity for overtime working. Okay, so in second only we are producing 20, so here only this point may get applicable. So the variable element of selling and distribution expense is a function of sales. All other costs with a variable element are a function of production volume. Okay, selling and distribution expenses, this last element is a function of sales, and other things are function of production. So based on that, it's going to vary. Okay, activity for each quarter is spread evenly throughout that quarter. In quarter 4, production level will be set equal to sales level. Production sales in this quarter is expected to range between 15,000 units and 21,000 units. The most likely volume is 18,000 units. In month 9, it will be possible to accurately estimate the sales for quarter 4. Cost structure will remain the same as in quarter 1 to 3 except the following. Labor wage rate will rise by 12.5%. Variable labor input per unit of output will decrease due to learning curve effect, such that 80% of the previous labor input per unit of output will be required in quarter 4. The threshold for overtime working remains at 19,000 units per quarter. Fixed factory overheads and the fixed element of selling and distribution costs will each rise by 20%. The variable element of selling and distribution cost will be unaltered. So required is prepare a statement to show under each cost classification given in the budgets the variable cost per unit and fixed cost which will be effective in quarter 4, and we have to prepare a flexible budget of production cost for the quarter 4. So in this question, basically what they are asking in first requirement is that we have to prepare a statement to show under each cost classification given in the budget. Given in this budget, each cost classification means this direct labor this direct material is a cost, production labor is a cost, manufacturing overhead is a cost, and depreciation is a cost, administration is a cost, selling and distribution expenses is a cost. So under each cost classification given in the budget, the variable cost per unit and fixed cost which will be effective in quarter 4. So nothing what we do per unit cost we have to find out, and total fixed cost we have to find out in the first requirement. That is the first requirement. How much it is going to be effective in quarter 4, that only we have to find out. And the second requirement is we have to prepare a flexible budget of production cost for the quarter 4. Okay, so that much is done analysis. See here, any variable element of each cost displays a linear relationship. Linear relationship is nothing but more units, more cost. That only is called linear relationship. But what is this? For activity in excess of 19,000 per quarter, any variable element of each cost displays a linear relationship with activity level. Okay, that sentence is done. Now except that the variable labor cost becomes 50% higher for activity in excess of 19,000 units per quarter due to the necessity for overtime working. So wherever it is going exceeding 19,000, we have to adjust that. So see in this second quarter 20,000, so there we have to adjust that what we say variable labor cost will exceed by 50%. If that is 10 rupees, it will become 15 rupees. Okay, then this one simple only. Okay, then here we have to analyze a little more. In quarter 4, production level will be set equal to sales level. Okay, and production sales in this quarter is expected to range between 15,000 units and 21,000 units. And the most likely is 18,000 units. Okay, nothing big thing, but here cost structure will remain the same as in quarter 1 to 3 except the following. Labor wage rate will rise by 12.5% and variable labor input per unit of output will decrease. Variable labor input per unit of output will decrease due to learning curve effect, such that 80% of the previous labor input per unit of output will be required in quarter 4. Nothing what it is saying, like whatever variable labor input per unit was there, that will have learning curve effect of 80%. So if it was earlier 1 kg, it will become 800 grams, like that. Okay, will be required in quarter 4. Okay, the threshold for overtime working remains what is given in this second this point, whatever is given, no, that criteria will apply for quarter 4 also. Then fixed factory overhead and the fixed element of selling and distribution cost will each rise by 20%. The variable element of selling and distribution cost will be unaltered. Okay, so now we have to start doing. So first requirement was we have to classify the cost. So one cost we have to just take and analyze. Okay, so we'll start with the direct material. This 60,000, how many units? Because it is a function of production given here, no, this third point you can see everything is function of production other than selling and distribution. Selling and distribution is a function of sales. Okay, so direct material 60,000 units, 10,000. So 60,000 divided by 10,000 is 6 rupees per unit. Just like that, 50,000 divided by 10,000. How 50,000? See here, 50,000, B is 50,000, A is 60,000, B is 50,000. Okay, so both respectively divided by 10,000. A for material A 6 rupees per unit, material B is 5 rupees per unit. Fully variable direct material. Okay, done. Then production labor 180. See, it is 180, 285, 230. So if we do 180 divided by 10,000 units, it will come 18 rupees. But if we do 285 divided by 20, it won't come 18. Something else that will come. Means it is semi variable. So that we have to find out how much in that semi variable, how much is variable and how much is fixed. So what we will do, we will take quarter number 1, quarter number 3, not quarter number 2. Why not quarter number 2? Because here 20 units are there, 20,000 units are there, and whenever it is going beyond 19, that this point is affecting that 50% higher of activity. That's why taking quarter number 2 may not give us correct answer, because the linearity is not followed in quarter number 2. 1 and 3 only, then linearity is followed. So that's why we'll take, say, quarter number and quarter number 1, quarter number 2. Production unit 10,000, 15,000. See, 10,000 and 15,000. 10,000, 15,000. Again, production labor is 180 and 230. 180,000, 230,000. So how to find out variable portion is difference in change in overhead divided by changing number of units. So 50,000 divided by 5,000, you will get 10 rupees. Okay, so 10 rupees into if it apply on this quarter number 1 means 10,000 units into 10 rupees, 1 lakh, and that 1 lakh minus 1 lakh 80,000, you will get difference is fixed cost, that is 80,000. Okay, now same thing, if you have to find out for quarter number 2, what we will do, how we will do. 20,000 units are there now. Quarter number 2 we are producing 20,000 units into 10 rupees, 2 lakh. Okay, 80,000 fixed, so it won't change. So 2 lakh, 80,000 up to here it is okay. But for the 1,000 which is exceeded beyond 90,000, for that you have to pay 5 rupees extra 50% exceeding now. So that's why 10 rupees is there, 100%. Of this 50% extra we have to give. That's why 1000 into 5 rupees, 5000 we have to give extra. That's why for quarter number 2 it is 2,85,000. Now quarter number 4, variable cost is 18,000. That is the most likely they said. So we are finding for 18,000. Where is the 18,000 most likely? Okay. So for 18,000 we are taking, but for quarter number 4 these are the changes. See, there will be learning curve effect of 80%, and labor wage rate will increase by 12.5%. So say 18,000 into 9 rupees, and 9 rupees how it came. 10 rupees was there already. See here 10 rupees was there, no? This 10 rupees, 10 rupees there will be learning curve effect, it will become 80%, and there is an increase of wage rate by 12.5%. So that's why 1.125 means 10 rupees learning curve effect 80%, it will become 8 rupee, but that 8 rupee has increased by 12.5%. so that's why if you calculate you will find out 9 rupees. So 9 rupees into 18,000 you will get 1,62,000. okay, fixed cost was how much? 80,000. okay, so that will also increase by 12.5%, because here they said labor wage rate will rise by 12.5%, and that labor wage rate includes fixed portion as well as variable portion, and both portions are increasing. So fixed portion also increased 90,000. Total is 2,52,000 for quarter 4. Now third cost is labor is also done. Third cost is manufacturing overhead excluding depreciation. So that you can take anything, because there is no linearity thing and all. So you can take quarter 1 and quarter 2. So 90,000, 120,000, and there 10,000 units, 20,000 units. Here 90,000, 120,000. So see 10,000 units, 20,000 units, 90,000 units, 120,000 units. So change 30,000 rupees and 10,000 units. So 30,000 divided by 10,000 you will get 3 rupees per unit. You can apply on anything, either on this quarter 2 figures or quarter 1 figures. So here they have applied on quarter 2 figures. So just see 20,000 into 3, how much it will come? 60,000. So 60,000 minus 120,000, this 120,000 total, you will get the balance is 60,000, that is fixed portion. And in the question it was said, say fixed factory overhead and fixed element of selling and distribution overhead will each rise by 20%. So fixed factory overhead is nothing but this thing only, manufacturing overhead and selling and distribution overhead. In that also fixed portion only going to rise by 20%. okay, so fixed is how much? 60,000. That will rise by 20%, so it will become 72,000. This one, that's it. Now last one is selling and distribution overhead. So 38 and 54 we can take 30 and 54, but this is a function of sales, so that's why this 9,000 and 17,000 has to be taken. So see 9,000 and expenses 38,000, 17,000 and expenses 54,000. Change 8,000 and 16,000. So 16,000 divided by 8,000, 2 rupees per unit. So 17,000 into 2 rupees minus deduct that from 54,000, you'll get 20,000 as fixed, and that has increased by 20%, so 24,000. okay, that's why now we got everything. Now we have to start filling this table. First, just particulars, write down all the cost: direct material AB, production labor, then this manufacturing overhead excluding depreciation, then depreciation for production machinery, then administration expenses, then selling and distribution expenses, and classify that total fixed cost and variable cost per unit. This is for quarter 4. okay, that material for A and B, how much we got? C6 and 5. 6 and 5 both are variable. Then production labor. See this production labor for quarter number 4 we have to see 9 rupees variable, and how much for fixed? 90,000. So see 9 rupees variable, 90,000 fixed. Then manufacturing overhead excluding depreciation. This manufacturing overhead excluding depreciation, 3 rupees variable, and this 72,000 fixed. 3 rupees variable, 72,000 fixed. And depreciation for production machinery, this was fixed already, yeah? So it won't change. So 2025 will remain same. This depreciation of production machinery and administration will remain same. Both are fixed at 20,000, 25,000 respectively. Then selling and distribution overhead, last one. See 2 rupees, we got 2 rupees and 24,000 rupees. So 2 rupees and 24,000 rupees. So we finish this table. So first requirement is done. Next is prepare a flexible budget of production cost. Be very careful, they are saying only production cost for the quarter 4. So 3 they said no, 15,000 units and 21,000 units range they given, and 18,000 is most likely. So what we will do, we will prepare for all the 3: 15,000, 18,000 and 21,000. So see 15,000 units. See we'll take all the figures from this table only. So 15,000 into 6, 18,000 into 6, 21,000 into 6. Direct material A was there, that was direct material A. Now direct material B, 15,000 into 5, 18,000 into 5, 21,000 into 5. Production labor, keep it on hold. Manufacturing overhead, 15,000 into 3. See manufacturing overhead, 15,000 into 3 plus 72,000. Just like that, 18,000 into 3 plus 72, 21,000 into 3 plus 72. And depreciation 20,000. That's it. Only because they are saying only production cost. Okay, that's why we are stopping up to depreciation of production machinery. We are not taking admin expenses and selling and distribution expenses. Now coming to production labor, 15,000. And this first one, 15,000 into 9. 15,000 into 9 plus how much? 90,000. So 15,000 into 9 plus 90,000. Second one, 18,000 into 9 plus 90,000. Third one, how we have to do? Because it is 21,000. So see, it has to be 21,000 into 9 plus 90,000 plus that for the 2,000 excess, 2,000 into 4.5. That's what done here. Okay. See 21,000 into 9 and fixed cost 90,000. For that overtime 2,000 into 9 into 0.5, or you can take directly to 4.5. Okay, 2,88,000. That's what taken here. Okay, that's it.